Welcome to L5 Education Hub. You aim to become a resource for mastering Level 5 health and social care assignments. Our channel is dedicated to helping students excel in their studies by providing comprehensive tutorials, assignment writing tips, feedback utilization strategies, and much more. Join our community of learners and take your education to the next level. Yes, this channel is new, so please subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Let's achieve academic success together. When discussing assignments, we refer to the units in your course, specifically from Unit 1 to Unit 29. Stay tuned so you don't miss any videos. We will show you how to write the assignment for each unit. And the great news is that you can scan the QR code to download the assignment for the unit you're working on. Just look for the QR code pop up during the video. Remember, using your own words for your assignments is essential, as our content is reserved, copyrighted, and protected. Welcome back to L5 Education Hub. Today's video will dive into the essentials of writing a high-scoring Level 5 health and social care assignment. Whether you're struggling with structuring your essay or looking for tips to impress your tutors, we've got you covered. We hope you enjoy the assignment that starts now.
Unit 5.2b Understand Systems and Requirements for the Regulation of Adult Care Settings.
1. Understand systems and requirements for the regulation of adult care services. It is always important in health and social care settings to follow the regulations and legislation, internal and external rules for my and other staff as well as for the service user's good. Failure to do so can result in accident or incident like an unsafe working environment which will have significant impact on all those involved. To reduce the risk, the registered manager has responsibility to balance it, creating a culture in place when operating legally, as this ensures compliance with health and safety. The essential goal of social and healthcare is to ensure that all service users receive high quality and safe services that are delivered the way they want. The care governance provides a framework through which this can be assured. Best Practice in Best Practice, 2002, defined social care governance as a framework for social care settings to provision excellent ethical standards of service and continue to improve them based on values, behaviors, decisions, and processes.
1.1 Discuss legislation and key drivers which underpin the inspection system. The Human Rights Act 2000. The Human Rights Act, HRA, came into force in October 2000. It enables individuals to enforce 16 of the fundamental rights and freedoms contained in the European Convention on Human Rights, ECHR, in British courts. This makes Parliament and public bodies more accountable to UK citizens through the courts. The fundamental key of rights includes rights that impact directly on service delivery in the health and social care sector. They are an important means of protection for us all, especially those who may face abuse, neglect, and isolation, and these rights give people's power and enable them to speak up and to challenge poor treatment from a public authority. Human rights underpin our social care legislation, and some of them are particularly relevant, including Article 3, freedom from torture and inhuman or degrading treatment. Article 5, right to liberty and security. Article 8, respect for your private and family life. The Care Act 2014. The Care Act 2014 put a general duty on councils to promote the well-being of persons when carrying out care and support functions. The definition of well-being includes personal dignity, including treating individuals with respect, physical and mental health and emotional well-being, protection from abuse and neglect, control by the individual over day-to-day life, participation in work, education, training, or recreation, social and economic well-being, domestic, family, and personal relationships, suitability of living accommodation, the individual's contribution to society.
Sexual Offences Act 2003. In the past, been difficulties in bringing prosecutions against individuals who committed sexual offences against people with mental disorders. The Sexual Offences Act, SOA, 2003 modernized the law by prohibiting any sexual activity between a care worker and a person with a mental disorder while the relationship of care continues. A relationship of care exists where one person has a mental disorder and another person provides care. This applies to paid and an unpaid carer and includes doctors, nurses, care workers in homes, workers providing services in clinics or hospitals, volunteers, The offences in the Act relating to care workers apply whether or not the victim appears to consent, and whether or not they have the legal capacity to consent.
Safeguarding Vulnerable Groups Act 2006 and the Protection of Freedoms Bill. The Safeguarding Vulnerable Groups Act was set out to help prevent harm, or risk of harm, by stopping people who are considered unsuitable to work with children and vulnerable people from gaining access to them through their work. On 1 December 2012, the Criminal Records Bureau and Independent Safeguarding Authority merged to become the Disclosure and Barring Service, DBS. There are legal obligations to refer relevant information to DBS on organizations delivering services. The Protection of Freedoms Bill, Chapter 1 of Part 5, amends the SGVA 2006, retaining the national barring function whilst abolishing registration and monitoring requirements.
Ill treatment or willful neglect. It is an offence under the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015 for an individual who has the care of another individual by virtue of being a care worker to ill-treat or willfully to neglect that individual. Under S44 of the Mental Capacity Act, ill-treatment and willful neglect is a criminal offence for anyone, including those with powers of attorney and court-appointed deputies, who has care of a person who lacks capacity. Ill-treatment and willful neglect differ from each other. Ill-treatment is deliberate and is it an offence even if do not cause harm and involves an appreciation by the perpetrator that they are inexcusably ill-treating the person. Ill-treatment includes acts such as hitting, administering sedatives to keep people quiet, pulling hair, rough treatment, verbal abuse, or humiliation. Willful neglect is failure to act, not a deliberate act to commit harm. Responsible persons have a duty for ensuring safe care can be held accountable, but currently there is no offence of corporate neglect. Public.
Scan the QR code displayed to access and download the assignment for Unit 5, DILMAC 2B. Understand systems and requirements for regulation of adult care settings. Our channel is dedicated to helping students excel in their studies by providing comprehensive tutorials, assignment writing tips, feedback utilization strategies, and much more. Join our community of learners and take your education to the next level. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Let's achieve academic success together.